Hey everybody, I'm Chris,
I'm Steven.
and we like board games.
And beer.
We decided to pair them, and we think you should too. Welcome to
Table Hops.
So what's up, man? How's it going?
Good, man. How you been?
I've been good.
Good.
I'm on summer break, so I haven't really done anything. I live.
Well, according to your Facebook updates, you've been doing a lot.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. I have been doing a lot of things.
Chris
Drinking a lot of beer.
does this thing where he does a Facebook update for every day of his summer break.
Every single day.
Every day.
And I wasn't going to do it this year. But then,
Why not?
Well, because I thought it is stupid, but it is my Facebook page. But a lot of people are like, "Hey, what day are we on?" Or like, "What did you do on day 15?" And I'm like, "Why do you
have a cult following?"
I do, right? Much more than this podcast.
Jesus Christ.
But anyway, we were going to talk a little bit about what beers we've tried since we've last seen each other, what games we've played.
Yeah.
Recently, I had Founder's Double Trouble IPA.
Okay.
And that IPA is fantastic. I made the mistake of starting with it, and so after that, everything tasted bad. It has a lot of malt straight up, like it's really well balanced. Like a lot of times when people think double IPA, they think it's going to be like a big hot bomb, but it wasn't the case. It was very well balanced, very thick, almost syrupy, very good. It is a little hefty. It's like 9.6 or something like that. But yeah, if you find it, definitely check it out. The label's also really cool. It's like one of those Brian Froud, like, double faces, looks different no matter which way you turn it.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's the price point on it?
I think at the bar, a 13-ounce tulip glass of it was like $8.
That's not terrible.
No, not at all.
That's not terrible.
No, especially for downtown.
What were you doing?
I went to Barrel Room.
Okay.
This is a little pre-show, a little drinky drink before.
What show did you go to?
I went to see the Struts at the Norba.
Oh, nice.
It was amazing.
Nice.
Amazing stage presence. Really good musicianship, and not the subject of our show.
Yeah. Currently, I'm drinking the Passion Fruit Goses by Tanker Truck.
I'm drinking it with you.
You are. I think it's pretty good.
I like it, and I, as some of you may know, I'm not a big sour fan. I'm just slowly getting into them, and as a Gose. Now, what constitutes a Gose over a regular sour? It's a type of sour, right? Like all Goses are sours, but not all sours are Goses.
Yes.
Yeah.
So a Gose is kettle soured.
Okay.
First of all, there are 3 things that a Gose has to have.
Okay.
It has to have sea salt.
Okay.
Has to.
Can't be any other kind of salt. Sea salt.
Sea salt.
From the sea.
Yeah. And it has to have coriander.
Okay. That particular spice, and that's just what gives it that taste.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where like there's different rules to like things being a scotch, right?
Okay.
But there's ways to get around that.
Okay.
Like it can include
They can have
coriander,
substitutes.
but it doesn't have to have like a big amount of coriander. Like the Dogfish Head Sea Quench.
Yes, I've had that before.
So that is heavy on the coriander and sea salt scale.
Okay.
That's a very traditional Gose,
Okay.
right? This, you don't... I taste the sea salt, but I don't taste the coriander. And that's pretty typical in fruitier Goses because...
Yeah, this reminds me kind of like a little bit of like a margarita with like a salt rim.
Yeah. And so probably what they did is they put in a minute amount of coriander,
Okay.
but it's being overpowered by the passion fruit that's inside of it.
But I don't know if the coriander, yes.
The coriander,
absolutely,
yeah. It's not overpowering passion fruit.
Right.
To
To me, though, passion fruit doesn't have a very strong taste. Like,
I think it has a very distinct taste.
sure, but it's not like it's not like a citrus fruit that like
It's
a
not like
pineapple.
it's not like a
orange
lime.
or something. Yeah, like come out right away. But yeah, I rarely like Goses, and this is good. Another beer I had was the Hoptimum, the 2018 Sierra Nevada Hoptimum, the Triple IPA. I had it 2 days ago, and that one is, I don't know if you've had Hoptimum before, but they release it every year, and this was the best one yet.
Really?
Yeah, it is amazing. It's similar to the Founders one. Like, I like beer that's like very beer, like really intense flavors, but I also like it to be balanced. To me, it's like almost like a condensed beer. You know what I mean? It's like the concentrated beer taste.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
it's like getting like evaporated milk.
yes.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, so it's very good. It's another one that like I drank it really quickly, didn't realize it's ABV. But
What is it?
It's like 9.8.
Wow.
Yeah. But it came in a little 12-ounce bottle, so I'm like, just down it. No, bad idea.
Oh boy.
I fell asleep like very soon after. But we don't need to hear about that.
There's a beer that I actually want you to try.
Okay.
It's called the Rye on Rye.
Yes, I've been wanting to put this one in my mouth.
It's 14%.
Rye, oh rye, oh rye.
The shop I went to get it from,
Uh-huh.
she actually recommended that I get one and leave it in the back of the fridge for 6 months.
For 6 months, just to age it.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So I did
in
that.
the can.
In the can.
In a can, like a keg or a canner, or what do you call it?
Crowler.
Crowler.
Yeah. So I have one.
Really?
I have one in a crowler, and she's like, keep it in the back of your fridge for 6 months.
Wow.
Don't touch it, and then pick it back up.
How about we talk about some board games that we've played recently?
Sure. Yeah. Well, we both just played PowerGrid.
Yes, we did. For those of you who don't know, it's an economy-based game.
Resource management.
Exactly.
A little bit of area control.
Right. We've both played that game before. This was the first time I played it with 5 players.
Yeah.
I didn't like it as much with more people, and it could have just been because sometimes the game lagged a bit because someone might not have been paying attention or whatever. My main issue with it, and I think it's an issue that would go away the more I play it, is the turn order really confuses me.
Really? There's a whole tracker that tells you whose turn it is.
Yeah, but... And it wasn't just me. There was many times when we're all like, what's going on? Whose turn is it? What order do we do this in?
That's so strange. Was it when I left the table?
Yes.
Okay.
And let me tell you why, Stephen. Because when you were at the table and anyone said those questions, you instantly answered because you knew.
Right.
But when Paul was here, no one knew the answer.
So a little backstory. One of our friends showed up late, and being the gracious host that I am, I let him take my seat. Apparently that was a bad decision.
Little did he know he was abandoning everybody. We just stared
I
there.
thought the game was going
while cities were slowly losing power, families were left without food.
Even though Chris screwed me over the first 2 rounds buying up my power plants.
You know that my favorite thing in games is screwing other people over.
I know.
It's fantastic.
It's a little questionable.
It is.
Who ended up winning that game?
Paul did, actually.
Paul did, right. It's a solid foundation that I set for him that led
That
him to
then
victory.
win. Yeah, I came close. I came very close. I think I was second.
Yeah. What did your wife think of it? I knew it was her first time playing it.
She liked it a lot. She definitely likes the economy-based games. Like we played Splendor with her before, and she really likes that too.
Okay.
She hasn't played Mars versus Needs Mechanics.
Interesting.
But I think she would like that as well.
There is a lot of downtime in a 5-player game.
In any 5-player game.
Well, but especially in this game when people don't know what they're doing. Right.
Right.
For new beginners, I don't think 5 players is the right number.
No, I agree.
I
think it when I've played it, it's played best as 3.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
Now, I taught my wife how to play this like 3 days beforehand, before we played that 5-player game.
Right.
And you know, the 2-player version of that, to learn it can be a little frustrating because...
Is it dumbed down for the 2 players at all, or is there a special intro mode?
There is no special intro mode. The 2-player rules are a little bit different, just in the fact of like the number of cities you need to connect into to like trigger the different steps.
Right.
But the problem is that you only select 3 zones, right? But if you aren't very strategic, you can get cornered very easily.
Right.
And then you're stuck.
Which is exactly what happened to Angela.
In the 5-player game.
She literally could not build cities till the next phase of the game.
Right, because she got cornered in.
Right.
I kind of like that mechanic. I think like it forces you to think strategically.
Yeah, and I think as you become more proficient in the game, that'll play a huge role. And I think that... Because I feel like as a beginner, at least what I've seen other players do and what I do on myself, we kind of island ourselves off and try to see how the economy works, how to try to build up our cities away, like try to avoid confrontation. Whereas if you were a really strategic player, you could start placing early to get a huge advantage at the beginning.
See, I actually think it's different. I actually think that there's strategy in waiting and placing.
Okay.
Just because, especially if I'm like third player in a 5-player game,
Right.
I don't want to put myself somewhere where I'm going to get screwed over.
Right. That makes sense.
Especially not for middle of the road advantages. For those who haven't played this game, there's the turn order. The first player actually only gets an advantage once.
Right.
The rest of the advantage goes to the players who go in later part of the round.
And I think that's the confusing part is the first player doesn't necessarily go first. Each phase of the game has different times that the first player goes or the last player goes.
Yeah.
And so when there's 5 phases in a game in a turn.
Yeah, there's really like 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's
Or I guess it's 4, right? So there's buying the power plant. There's buying resources.
Yep.
There's building cities.
Yep.
And then there's the cleanup phase.
the bureaucracy phase.
Yeah.
And tell me the turn order for each phase.
Power plant's first player.
Okay. First to last in that order.
First to last, yep. Resources is last to first. Building is last to first. Bureaucracy is first to last.
Okay. So it's like a sandwich. First, last, first.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And I think the other thing that people might not realize is it does not go around the table clockwise or counterclockwise.
Correct.
It jumps all around the table in a weird order. Every turn is different.
Right, and that's why on the board
there's a little tracker, a visual aid
that you put your color house on in the order. So in 1 through 6 order.
Yes.
This game is up to 6 players. So in 1 through 6 order, you put your house based on how many cities are in your network. And then that determines the player order.
Right. Yeah, it's simple enough, but I'm not very good with colors and shapes.
It is different from any other game I've played when it comes to turn order.
Turn order, right.
Yeah.
And I think it just takes getting used to. I think it's definitely one of those games that if I played it 3 or 4 times, I'd be okay.
Yeah, I played it 3 or 4 times.
In the same day. My memory is also not very good, so there is that. I do want to also say that, to me, the only confusing part of the game is the turn order. Right? That's everything else makes sense.
Yep.
However, when you first threw the board down on the table, and I think as soon as like a new player, as we had last time, sees the board, it's instantly intimidating. It looks like a lot of math and a lot of crazy business.
Well, and I think it is, right? Like if you start to get super strategic, especially with resources, right?
Yes.
Like learning, like I should buy 3 coal instead of just the 2 that I need to power this.
Right.
Right? There is a lot of math that can be applied.
Sure.
But when I teach the game, I don't teach that.
Right.
Because that's something that's just going to come naturally.
I think it just needs to be said that if listeners just look at it online or look it up, it looks a little intimidating at first, but it's not nearly as heavy as it appears to learn how to play the game.
Yeah.
There are many layers afterwards, which I think is what makes it a good game.
Yeah.
But don't let the appearance of its initial board like intimidate you. Because when I first saw it, I'm like, there's numbers. There's numbers in geography, and I'm good at neither.
Well, you don't like math.
I don't like math or maps.
The other confusing part,
Okay.
and I didn't know this till I'd already purchased the game. So there's a base game and a deluxe game.
Oh.
They are mutually exclusive from each other. So there are campaigns and expansions just for the deluxe version and just for the base version.
What's the difference? What's the deluxe version? It's not just like an upgrade of this one? It's just...
Well, it is, but
It's just the one that comes like real coal
right.
and like real plutonium.
Right, and there's like upgraded cards. The cards are different sizes. Okay. So when you go and buy a base expansion
yes,
and try to put it in with your deluxe edition, all your base stuff is out of whack.
Interesting.
So you have to make sure that you know, if you're interested in getting this game, I would definitely recommend that you try to play it first.
Yeah.
And
then, every local game store I've been to that has a game shelf, I've usually seen this on there. I've definitely seen it.
It's pretty. I mean, it's been out for years.
Yeah.
It's almost always on sale at Cool Stuff or Miniature Market.
And whenever I see those top 10 strategy games, it's usually on those lists.
Yeah, and it's a good like You know, to me, this is like, all right, I've played like Azul, or I've played like, you know, Splendor. I've played one of those like gateway games, right? And I'm looking for a little bit.
Splendor's like the economy base game I've seen the most often.
Certainly. I think I would very rarely like recommend Splendor as somebody as their first game, though.
Economy? Well, not game. But I mean, if you're going to introduce them to an economy game, which game would you start with? I don't think you'd start with PowerGrid.
Oh, no. Well, maybe. I think it depends on the group, right? Like, if I was introducing one person to the game, totally fine.
Okay.
Because there's not a whole lot of, like, advanced mechanics.
True.
Like, it's not like Twilight Imperium, right?
Well, sure, but that's Risk on crack in space.
Well, that's a lot more than just Risk, right?
Well, yeah. There's two types of friends I have that are into board games.
Okay.
The friends that have played, like, Splendor. I had some friends that have played Imperial Assault. But then I also have friends that say they're into board games and they just play Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah.
And they only play party games. You know what? I'm going to cut us off here because I kind of feel like we could just have an episode just on party games.
Yeah, totally.
Yes. All right. It's been another great week. Great couple weeks because we're bi-weekly.
Yeah. What
We
do you
do
got
weeks
coming
both
up?
ways. Sorry, what?
What do you have coming up?
Board game and beer-wise or just with my life?
Yeah, just in general. You know?
Jenny's birthday's next week.
Wow.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
She's turning the big 3-0.
Wow, 30.
Yeah, I know. She's
Getting
old
old.
now.
Catching up to you.
Yeah, I'll never catch up. But yeah, we got that. We're gonna do iFly for the first time.
Oh, cool.
That's gonna be
And
pretty. It's indoor skydiving.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna get in a plane and just jump out 5 feet. No, that's not how it works. Gonna get in and out the plane. I have no idea what's happening.
Have you watched the safety video yet? You probably should.
No, we have to go through basic training.
Oh,
and I have
boy.
to wear a flight suit.
Oh boy,
dude, you're gonna have to get there so you can videotape this.
I'm gonna record the entire thing.
Are.
I'm so excited.
It's gonna be good. You know, we have a road trip coming up the week after. Me and you.
Yeah.
We're gonna check out some breweries.
Yeah, we're going to
We're
Charlottesville.
gonna record on the road.
Yeah.
I'm bringing my GoPro and just get some weird shit.
Oh boy, I'm so excited.
We could have a fun like little bonus YouTube video of just us going to random breweries doing weird shit.
Like a vlog type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
People are interested in our life, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Listen, look, there's somebody listening right now. Hi.
It's ourselves.
You're right. I've listened to this so many times.
Even our wives won't listen.
Nah, they gave up on a long. You like board games? All right. Well, it's been a good week.
Yeah.
How about you? What do you got going on before the next time we get together?
Not a whole lot. Getting prep for Gen Con.
Oh yeah, yeah. What do you have tickets to like certain events in Gen Con or like things you're planning to go to?
Yeah. So there's events that you can like pre-register for.
Okay.
Right. So like one of the many things I'm doing is I'm playing BattleTech, like the original.
Dude, I have the 1994 FASA one.
Yeah.
In my closet.
Yeah.
I love that game.
Yeah, exactly. I'm doing
Have
that.
you played BattleTech before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, dude, why haven't we played BattleTech?
I don't know.
I have City Tech too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but mine's 4th edition, like the really old one.
Okay.
So
I don't know
know.
if I don't remember which version I played.
The one I played, like when you have a map of your mech and the little circles, and you draw on the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's it.
So I'm playing that, but then I'm also like that leads into their next game. So it's like you play this, and then you get a preview of what the future game is going to be.
Like the new BattleTech. There's a new BattleTech coming out.
Correct. Yeah.
Who owns BattleTech now?
I don't know.
It's not FASA, right? They're not. They're not a company anymore.
No, I don't think so. It might be one of the Wizards of the Coast arms. I don't know. Well,
How many arms does this wizard have?
he's got a lot of arms.
A lot of arms. He's like an octo wizard.
One of them's a little bigger than the others.
Oh, is that the not safe for work arm?
Yeah. So there's that, and then we're doing a true dungeon adventure, which is like
It's like an escape room, right?
it's like an RPG escape room. Yeah.
cool.
So like you go in and like the way I understand it is the first thing you do is you pick a class. So you'll like pick like a barbarian
Astronomy
or
or geology. Oh.
and then you're given abilities that you can use throughout the escape room.
What class do you think you're going to choose? Glass cannon.
You know, I'll probably go with whatever the most flamboyant thing in the room is.
Bard.
Bard. Without a doubt.
I think Bard is solid. It's always a good class to pick.
Knowing with the other people that we're doing the event, so there's 8 slots in the event, and we have 5 of them. My wife will probably be some barbarian of some sort. Mm-hmm. The other couple will probably be like a rogue and a paladin.
You're already picking their classes for them? You haven't met these people?
No, I know. I've met them
you know
all.
who they are. Okay.
Yeah. I only haven't met 3 of them in the group.
How big is the group?
The group is 8, and the group I'm going to Gen Con with, there's 5 of us.
And you're all driving up together? Or are you going to meet them there?
No. 2 of them are coming from Mississippi. One of them's coming from South Carolina.
Oh, cool.
And then we're coming from Southeast Virginia, obviously. So,
dude, that's awesome. For those of you who don't know, I'm Canadian, so I don't really know where any of those states are. So I'm excited for y'all to come together.
Yeah. We haven't... we've been friends for years and just haven't... They go every year. This is
your first Gen Con.
This is my first.
So
Gen
what
Con.
I want to ask you to do is that particular week, I'm going to be out of the country.
Yeah.
And you're going to be going to Gen Con.
Yeah.
You need to record this podcast on your own.
On my own?
You need to record it, and so I can live vicariously through you when I listen to it.
Why don't I just vlog it?
You can. I just want you to capture it.
Well, I'll capture
and we'll put it on our thing.
I'll capture
and Angela can be me for that week.
Be an upgrade.
Rude. It's the first episode, Steven. I quit.
So that's it for me. Yeah. Looking forward to our little road trip, and
it's gonna be fun.
Looking forward to see kind of what adventures and board gaming and beer we can get into.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Until next time.
Good games,
good beers,
great times.